This is day 60 of the conflict between Hamas and Israel. The IDF has made significant advances, particularly in urban warfare. Ongoing fighting is reported on both the northern and southern fronts of the Gaza Strip. The IDF discovered the second-largest underground tunnel, spanning around 10 kilometers and reaching the Gaza port. Special forces encountered 10 Hamas terrorists inside the tunnel, neutralizing the threat and extracting valuable intel. There are plans to destroy the tunnel using innovative methods, including a device created by the IDF to pump water from the Mediterranean Sea and flood Hamas's underground infrastructure. U.S. reports indicate that the IDF has designed large pumps capable of rapidly flooding Hamas terror tunnels, compelling the terrorists to surface. This development could be a crucial factor in the ongoing war against Hamas's underground operations in the Gaza Strip. In a significant development near the Indonesian hospital, Hamas cells emerged from an underground tunnel, planning attacks using a special cannon firing armor-penetrating rockets. IDF forces responded with remotely controlled unmanned vehicles, flanking the terrorists and revealing that the missiles couldn't penetrate the vehicle armor. The cannon eventually exploded due to a malfunction in the homemade rockets. IDF forces closed in, neutralizing the terrorists. The IDF faces challenges in distinguishing between civilians and terrorists, especially in the southern Gaza Strip. Despite efforts to inform civilians to evacuate, Hamas reportedly exploits humanitarian corridors to escape, disguising themselves as Palestinian civilians. In Jabalia, IDF units, together with the Shin Bet and special police units, gained control of a Hamas command position. A temporary ceasefire was declared in the southern part of the Gaza Strip to facilitate humanitarian aid work. Concerns were raised about Hamas refusing to release female hostages captured on October 7. International efforts, including a British Defense Ministry special plane sent to scan the Gaza Strip for Israeli hostages, are underway. France has decided to freeze the assets of Hamas leader Isin, issuing a court order to do so. Despite evidence of Hamas's premeditated attack on October 7, there remains a divided global perception. The IDF emphasizes the truth about Hamas's actions, urging people to understand the organization's use of civilian shields and calling for support and sharing the reality of the situation. The IDF is facing challenges in distinguishing between civilians and terrorists in certain areas, especially in the southern Gaza Strip. Despite efforts to inform civilians to evacuate, Hamas is reportedly exploiting humanitarian corridors to escape disguised as Palestinian civilians. Despite evidence of Hamas's premeditated attack on October 7, the world's perception remains divided. The IDF emphasizes the truth about Hamas's actions, urging people to understand the organization's use of civilian shields. The IDF calls for support and sharing the reality of the situation and encourages prayers for the peace of Jerusalem, the security of Israeli troops, and the release of Israeli hostages in Gaza.